Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
All right, everybody, welcome into A Reel and a Beer. We have a trailer reaction with me and my man X, the #1 Batman man in the land. I said that 5 times fast, the Batman man in the land. Right. This is going to be an interesting trailer we're about to watch. X, tell everybody what we're about to watch and how it just dropped today.
Hey, man, this is the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer. It's basically been redone again. I think they had a couple of copyright issues with the music they used for the trailer. Got that cleared away. That's a black and white version that came out, but I think we're gonna watch the color
HBO. Supposedly, it's HBO is the actual color one that has the same footage.
Okay, look extra footage here and there, and we're gonna check this out, man, and see what the fuss is about, what the expectations are. This is one of the highest movies with expectations for I think later next year.
Well, since the pandemic dropped, I don't know of another new movie with more expectations.
Hey, man, it's
I'm gonna add Zack Snyder into this mix.
And the GOAT.
Who's Superman?
No.
I mean, neither one of them is the true GOAT, but we'll get into that later.
We'll get into that.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Now I've heard there was a
solid
chord that David played, and it
that's a flashback to the whole of the chest.
But you don't really care.
It's Joker card.
Joker, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing.
Is this the paraplegic?
We'll get into that. I like that.
I'm glad he's back.
Yes.
I was worried there for a while. Okay.
That is not his sister.
Wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch.
Man.
I've told the truth.
One of us
Dropped his arm? That had to be for some kind of reason. Oh, snap.
He ain't with it. Okay.
Oh, it's the side.
Stop messing with technology. Stop messing with technology. You don't understand. You die every movie.
Yeah, like Terminator. Oh, no, bro, he looks.
Yeah, he looks solid now. That's a good step forward.
He's still struggling with him insects, bro.
Looked like he wasn't running. Like he actually had something that'll block that.
Oh. Oh. Oh, man. That's pretty sick right there.
Still gotta unite the 7, but cool, no problem.
We gotta get the ring man in.
He's probably fought hundreds of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells.
Right.
He's never fought us. Now let's unite.
I'm glad for a couple of things. 2021. I'm glad for a couple of things, man. First of all, I'm glad he's Batman in this.
Okay.
That's the first thing I'm glad for, because that's the Batman we've seen coming into it. That's the Batman we need to see when it breaks down. You know, I know there's a lot of hype around Robert Pattinson's Batman, but we need Affleck in this one. Personally, that's my personal
I'm
opinion.
with that.
You agree with that?
I agree with that.
All right, take it away. Let's see what you got.
All right, man. Not too much more extra footage we've already seen. Glad to be back. Glad to be back.
Yeah, really
we missed out a lot with pandemic and everything with the DC.
Bro,
but we have this. Dark Side looks great. Good to see him in there. Steppenwolf is upgraded. That looks great.
Way better, dude.
I'm glad to see it looks like Flash has a bit more serious tone
than
a comic relief. And I'm glad he didn't save his sister and fall in love. That's for the TV show. Now, I'm glad that and we understood that when Joss Whedon came in, there's going to be a lot of things not shown, but you see from that scene from the Justice League that we got to see when they shot the air off, and it was like, well, she'll be able to tell what's going on, when they shot the air off. And you see in this trailer, like, she sees when it's burned out. Mm-hmm. So she recognizes what's going on instead of watching a newsreel on TV like she did on the theatrical release. Hey, man, I'm going to check it out. It's still Zack Snyder. It's a 4-hour cut. A lot of reshoots they're doing now. I'm excited that Joker's in it. You with that?
If I am, I want him in it.
Right.
Because if there's an X factor where chaos can be created, that dude is the best maybe ever to throw a wrench in somebody's spokes and plans. So if they have this big entity and they know, here's Darkseid, we got to save the world, whatever, that is the perfect time for him to show up and create havoc. Now, we have seen in the past, he swaps sides and helps out.
Right. He has.
I don't know what they're going to do with this. We did see Desaad, who is a henchman of Darkseid, who usually like a torturer. He's just like a bad dude, like a guy that would do executions and stuff for him. What's his role going to be in this? This is another question that's unanswered. I think if they do it correctly, they could make this 4 action-packed hour episodes that each one of them blow you off your feet each time and leave you with your jaw dropped and wanting more. If they do this correctly. They are on HBO, so that it's limitless. So they can do all the cussing they want. They can do. That's a huge positive because, let's be honest, and I love Marvel, but if people that take over the world, they're going to be dropping Fs and GDs everywhere. Like, they're not going to be, come on, guys, let's go get them. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it would be more of a Zack Snyder feel, like a dark world. We're all fixing to die if we don't do something. Don't you think?
Yeah, I totally agree. I just think, like, the execution, DC was trying to go that route. It just, it got, Zack Snyder takes too long to get to the point. That's why all his movies are very long. His visuals are fantastic. His visuals are amazing. It's just story-wise, like Watchmen was a great movie.
Yeah, golly.
But it was just so long. Like, are you serious? We really waited 3.5 hours to get to this. So I think him being able to have HBO and break it down into episodes is right up his alley.
Yeah.
But let's say this.
It may help him as a director.
I think the one thing he needs to do, because, everybody was against him at first. It didn't look good. That's why they kind of, behind the scenes, say that they didn't like the preview. Warner Brothers didn't. Of Justice League. That's why it kind of, when his daughter died, rest in peace, that's a tragedy, but they kind of backdoored him and brought in Whedon and reshot the whole thing. Okay, cool. The best thing he can do, in my opinion, is leave a cliffhanger.
After each episode?
No. After the last episode, to wrap up the movie, leave a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That way, it's like, if it's good, it's like, hey man, you got to finish your story.
Yeah.
Because he has them now.
Yeah.
Okay. He has them now.
Well, here's the deal. This is my personal opinion. DC needs to put their cards on the table, bro.
Yes.
Because if you're gonna do that power play and you're gonna bring Darkseid in, and they have, he better look and sound and be unbelievable.
Sound is very important.
Because Thanos blew the shit out the water, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the dude was raw, bro.
Yes.
I'm talking about Marvel outdone themselves with him. DC needs to at least get in the ballpark of that. Now, here's the other X factor. They're not going to kill this cat.
No.
They're not going to kill him.
No.
So, there's your cliffhanger right there. I don't care what they do. He can fight Superman. They can, whatever they want to do, he ain't going to die. So, that's going to be your cliffhanger right there. That's a huge cliffhanger. There's no way they're killing him because this is an avatar of him. right?
Right, it's Avatar.
So I mean,
Should be. Zach twists things up a little bit. He does that. I mean, you literally have, like, in Batman Superman, he literally killed Jimmy Olsen. The guy that got killed in the desert in the very beginning, that's Jimmy Olsen.
You've honestly
That's
got, with DC, I don't care what, if you're a Marvel fan or not, it's something you got to admit. You arguably have the two most popular stars in comic book history,
Yes.
in Batman and Superman,
Yes.
and without a doubt, the most popular villain of all time in the Joker. I don't think there's anybody going to argue that. Most popular. I'm not saying he's the best or none of that.
Gotcha.
So you've got three of the most popular comic book characters in the ever invented going into this movie. All right, at your disposal. If you can't come out of that with something, you've got problems.
Hang it up.
Because now, here's what's going to happen. All these Marvel fans that were oversaturated and there's another movie, gobble, gobble, gobble. All them people are sitting here starving for something.
Right.
Here's that something.
Mm-hmm.
This is when DC, listen to me closely. If you want them to jump ship, this is your time.
Knock it out of the park.
Crush this.
But, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have that Jared Leto Joker in this movie like that. I think it's flashbacks and probably
Before it turned
something.
into a gangster.
I think it's the Robin. Let's get that out the way. Let's see how that happened. I really don't think you have time for that to deal with that in this movie. But what other reason do you have to
Hell,
bring
he may
Jared
spend
Leto?
an hour. Hell, he may spend an hour and a half with that story. You never know what this guy's going to do.
I agree. Honestly, there was things that behind the scenes that, with Cyborg, and Cyborg was supposed to be the heart of the movie.
The paraplegic.
Hey, man. Honestly, bro. And I am all for.
Man, we didn't.
I'm
I
all
thought some
for.
wood or something.
I'm all for seeing diversity and different, different characters get their shine, man. But I'm sorry, Cyborg in a Justice League movie should not be the front of it. It shouldn't even be Batman, in my opinion. I think you should stick more to what Superman meant to everyone. And that's kind of what the first Justice League did. But it's Zach, man. It's Zach. I just don't know. I'm excited, but at the same time, I can't fall for the okie dokie.
They need
it's Zack Snyder.
The one thing I thought, and I hate to keep doing the comparison, the one thing I think Marvel did good is they let everybody do what they do good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They knew Cap wouldn't go out there and just swing on Thanos. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So they made him like the leader, the heart and all that, and knowledge, and then they let Thor go on the front lines, and Hulk go on the front line. Well, never mind, Hulk turned into a cuck, but my point is they let everybody do what they do good.
Right.
Right. So they can do that with these characters. Batman, again, is a lot like the Cap. His knowledge, and he's a mix between Cap and Iron Man, in my opinion, because he's got the heart and courage of like Cap, but then he's got the gadgets like Iron Man. So he's a mix between the two, in my opinion. Superman needs to be the tip of the spear, going at him. But man, this cat right here, if it's done right, he will thrash Superman. This ain't Steppenwolf, bro. This dude will thrash Superman.
And has done it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's done it. Plenty of times. It's going to be good to see.
Not trying to talk y'all's heads off, but what if Joker swaps sides? That's going to be a whole nother dimension. Now, we know from an astronomical standpoint, he's not got a bunch of something that could stop this cat. But he always improvises, bro. He will come up with something. He could be a wrench in the spokes for them. I mean, the cat will come up with something if he jumps sides.
Let's say, spoiler. Let's just say that with the cliffhanger, Steppenwolf's defeated. Because it's still gonna be Steppenwolf. Darkseid's not the main villain. It's still Steppenwolf. He's just in it. Better than the first version of Justice League.
I think he's gonna battle in it though.
Oh no, I don't see him. I see him because he originally was
You
supposed
don't
to
think
be.
he's gonna battle in this?
No, he's not in it.
Oh, bro,
he's not in it.
He's got to battle in
No,
this.
he's not in it. Unless they're doing the reshoots and put him in it. But from my understanding, spoiler, from reliable sources, is that at the end, there's going to be a post-credit scene, and it's 5 years later. Darkseid wins, takes over the Earth. Now you're at the nightmare scene.
Okay.
Now, when you see that Joker card, is when you see like that the different, because Jared Leto is there, but it's going to be a different looking Jared Leto than you saw from the Suicide Squad.
I didn't mind the Suicide Squad. I know a lot of people hated him.
The reason why it's going to be different is because it's 5 years later and Earth's been destroyed, so he has a whole different look.
He's
so now,
like Mad Max type.
Yes, and the only ones that survived are a few from the Justice League and Joker. Now,
so
leave that as a cliffhanger.
You don't think that they're going to let Darkseid battle in this?
No, I don't think. I think you will see him battle from when Wonder Woman was telling the story when they first got the mother boxes, and it was Steppenwolf in the first one. It's Darkseid. That's where you see Darkseid at anyway. In here, when he's slamming down the hammer, you see him in that battle with all the warriors from Earth, and they battle for the mother boxes. You won't see Steppenwolf. It'll be Darkseid. That's the only fight you'll see with Darkseid, from my understanding. Unless the reshoots, you do something different. But I wouldn't. If I was at Snyder, I wouldn't. I have to release the Snyder Cut. I have the world at my palm. All I have to do now is produce a good product with a cliffhanger and have people wanting more. I didn't want Warner throw all the cash. Hey man, do your part two.
Killing it.
Do your part two. Cause y'all already have HBO Max. They're already doing like TV shows, spinoffs with some of the new Suicide Squad. John Cena has his own with Peacemaker. I think they was doing one with Batman, with the Ben Affleck Batman. They're doing Gotham with the Robert Pattinson Gotham City. So HBO Max is all in.
And they could crush this.
They can crush it.
This could be their answer to Disney Plus if done properly.
Exactly.
They have no limits.
Right. And you have Green Lantern in this movie.
That's another one.
Green Lantern will be in it later. And
who's going to play Green Lantern?
I have no idea, but I know who Martian Manhunter is.
Who?
The Sergeant. The Sergeant from Man of Steel, the black guy.
Ah.
Yeah. He's Martian Manhunter. Which originally, remember when it was first coming out, all the marketing was Unite the Seven. You see 6. The 7th one was going to be Martian Manhunter. It was at the end. Like, he really had Green Lantern. Was it Hal Jordan? I can't recall, but it was a Green Lantern.
Martian Manhunter.
And they came to Bruce and they, heard about the fight and all that, and they wanted to help. It was afterwards. And another sequence was when someone was talking to the sergeant and he revealed himself to be Martian Manhunter. Because if you watch, it kind of makes sense because he's in both of his films, and that's not by coincidence. And every time when he was fighting Doomsday, he seemed the most concerned for Superman.
Yeah.
Because at first in Man of Steel, he was like, oh man, we'll get rid of him, yada, yada, yada. Because probably he didn't trust him. Then by the time Batman vs. Superman, when the president was like, let's nuke them both, and he was like, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he took on that role. It made sense. It's perfect. It's perfect.
I wish that Doomsday would have been done just a little bit different.
I just wish it wouldn't have been that soon.
I know. And that made him look a little different too.
Right. He didn't look right.
No, he didn't. We've talked your heads off. We're going to shut this one down. But hey, guys, we're back in the saddle. We got a lot of big things coming. We're about to do a little bit of a local feel here where we live in Northeast Alabama as well. So stay tuned for that. And as well, we're going to be doing Cobra Kai reactions instantly. We were going to do the Mandalorian reactions, but we're going to hold off and probably just do a season recap on that. But with that being said, it's X and Bo, and we are out.